What is going on, beautiful people? I want to talk about all of the alleged fades that have gone on so far and the feuds that are happening with Baddies USA. Ready to talk about it? Let's talk about it. What's up, my connects? This is Wesley from Nation TV, the one place on the World Wide Web where we actually adopt similar connections despite our differences. And welcome to my channel. If you've never seen me before, I've been doing YouTube since 2005 and it is now 2025 and I'm still up in the beat, okay? Nation TV has a brand that's synonymous with Bad Girls Club, and now we run over into Baddies USA. Well, the whole Baddies situation, because I'm doing interviews with these girls and yeah, we're going to be talking about it for the rest of the year. All right, listen. Now, I did a post a couple days back asking you guys, who do you think would win in a one-on-one fade? Okay. Over 1,000 of you voted, 1.7 thousand of you voted. And yeah, I want to get into it. Let's see what y'all said. Now, 12% said Natalie. Interesting. 56% said Jocelyn Hernandez, 25% says Tommie, and 7% says Amber. Now, again, we didn't see the full fight. Maybe y'all have, and I don't know. I didn't see the full fight. I tried looking for it between Amber and Jocelyn. Amber got the one up on her in that situation because she, elevation is the key, and she ran down on Jocelyn. But regardless, a lot of y'all feel like Jocelyn can take Tommie, Natalie, and Amber. That's interesting. Let's see if I can look at the comments. Let's see what the comments are saying. Y'all gas Jocelyn so much she can't fight. Some person said, one person says Tommie. Another person says, I don't know. Amber could whoop Jocelyn and Tommie whooped Natalie, but I'm going to go Tommie. Okay. I don't know. Nat is the smartest. Not Nat is the smartest. And somebody says, she is, though. That lady always come out cool for some reason. Another person says, everyone's saying Amber whooped Jocelyn, can't fight for real. That was a tie at best, which is bad on Amber's part because she tried to sneak Jocelyn while she was sitting down. Okay, maybe this person saw the full fight because I didn't see the full fight. Jocelyn can't fight and she's scared of Tommie. Her fans are loyal, though. Interesting. Okay. Another person says, definitely Jocelyn. Oh, that's love. Another person says, Amber whooping all of them by default. Ooh. I don't know. It's interesting because we've seen Jocelyn go crazy and not in a tesehki way. We've seen Tommie go crazy and not in a tesehki way. We just saw Natalie run down on Diamond, not in a tesehki way. And, the only thing that I've seen of Amber is coming down on Jocelyn, not in a tesehki way. So interesting. But let's get into the phase of Baddies USA because we're going to talk about it. That's what we're here to talk about. I'm here to talk to y'all, my connects. So right now we have Dolly versus Summer, Koldkilla, Tavi, and Tinka. Am I here for it? I'm here for Dolly and Tink. I'm not here for Dolly and Summer either. But there's a video going around saying that, with Dolly saying that they were not friends. They were industry friends. It was just for TV. She plain out said that. Okay. Tommie versus Tink versus Biggie versus Tavi. I'm curious about the Tavi versus Tommie situation. I already know about the Tink versus Tommie situation. Tink didn't get an opportunity to get at her after the whole gun thing. Biggie and Tommie, I'm curious to see what that is too. So I'm entertained by Tommie's beefs. I'm entertained by one of Dolly's beefs. Interesting. Then we got Koldkilla versus Dolly versus Tink versus Biggie. I want to see Koldkilla versus Biggie. I don't want to see Koldkilla versus Tink. We saw that already, and I don't want to see Koldkilla. No, we saw that already. Koldkilla versus Tink because of the song bull crap. Diamond already dealt with that, and I don't want to see Koldkilla versus Dolly. I'm just not interested. Tesehki versus Summer versus Marsh. Honestly, I'm not into any of those beefs. I can care less. It seems like Tesehki gets along with everybody, though. Isn't that crazy how everybody just spoke to Tesehki before she came on the season and squashed all their beefs? Tesehki after summer is a dub. Tesehki after March is a dub. I don't care that much. Gretch has, again, all her beefs I want to see. I want to see Gretch versus Sapphire. I want to see Gretch versus Suki. And I want to see Gretch versus Ahna. Yeah. And I remember during the interview, Sapphire didn't really particularly have a problem with Gretch. She understood Jayla's perspective, but she also gathered that a lot of the women didn't really care about the N-word situation. So I'm wondering if Suki is getting into it with Gretchen because Suki is getting into it with Gretchen. I'm wondering if that's gonna be it. I feel like Suki, in my mind, I'm just hypothesizing, that Suki probably is like, girl, you the girl that be saying the N-word? Yep, what a problem. You got a problem with it? And then Suki like, yeah, I got a problem with it. And then Sapphire like, you're not gonna touch my friend. I think that's what that's given. Am I wrong? Or am I wrong? I don't know. We're gonna figure it out. Summer versus mariahlynn. I want to see that. I want to see that. Summer versus Ahna. Don't care. Summer versus Dolly. Don't really care. It's not entertaining to me. Summer versus Tesehki. No. Interesting, right? Dolly versus Tink is a must watch. I want to see that. Tommie, all her beefs. I want to see all of Tommie's beefs. Koldkilla, I just want to see Koldkilla versus Biggie. I don't care about nothing else. I don't care about Tesehki's alleged beefs. Gretchen, I want to see all of them. And then Summer, I want to see her versus mariahlynn. That's really it. That's really it. Out of all these beefs right now, I feel like Tommie got all three. Tommie and Gretch got the best beefs right now. That's what I feel like. Tommie and Gretch. Yeah, that's what I want to see. Tommie's beefs allegedly and Gretchen's beef. Allegedly. That's what I want to see. And then, yeah, everybody got a one-off. Dolly and Tink, most deaf. Koldkilla and Biggie, most deaf. That's just gonna be hilarious. That's gonna be hilarious. That's gonna be hilarious. Because if Biggie is upset and she uses her strength, Koldkilla ain't got a chance. But just off regular GP, Koldkilla washing her. Because Koldkilla face been clean all the way through. Koldkilla face been clean. So I'm curious what that's gonna give. Yo, what up, Koldkilla? Koldkilla, oh, usher. Man, shut up. I can see it now. I can see it now. And some of mariahlynn, I hope mariahlynn is not getting packed out by some. Wouldn't that be horrible? That would be horrible if mariahlynn is getting packed out by Summer. Stop playing with me. What? Yo, that would be insane. Who do y'all think got it though? Who do y'all think got the best lineup? We're gonna run through it right now. Dolly versus Tink is a tie. That's a tie. I think if they fight 5 times, 2 gonna get a win, and the other one gonna be default. I think they are dead smack tie. I think so. Tommie versus Tink, she losing. Tommie versus Tavi, she losing. Tommie versus Biggie, I will hope she will. I feel like Tommie ain't fighting like she did on Love and Hip Hop on Baddies. She just not. Koldkilla versus Biggie, I hope she wins. Cause Biggie got that weight, Koldkilla versus Dolly. I don't really care. Yeah, I'm not even going to Tesehki. I ain't even going to go through that. Gretch versus Suki. I want to see that. Gretch versus Sapphire. I want to see that too. But who gonna win? I think Suki got Gretch. I think Suki got Gretch, and I think Sapphire fighting for Suki because Suki been looking good all the way through. So that's Sapphire. So I don't know. I know that Sapphire got that splint on her finger, but Sapphire, Gretchen not beating up Sapphire. Gretchen not beating up Sapphire. Ooh, I think Gretchen got Ahna though. I think Gretchen got Ahna. And Summer versus Mariahlynn. I think it's going to be a tie situation. I think if they fought 5 times, I think Mariah got 2, Summer got 2, and then we just going to throw up in the air and say they both got the last one at a tie. What y'all think? Y'all think I'm tripping? Anyway, leave your comments below. Let me know how you feel. It is Thursday, 12:09 in the afternoon. I got some meetings to do, and I got to get my interview questions lined up for some girls that said that they want to do an interview. They're coming here in a couple days. So, ooh, this is going to be a lot of work. Because, I got to go back into seasons and, watch all their stuff and, come up with questions. It's going to be interesting, though. I can't wait to talk to these bras. Anyways, love y'all. Deuces.